When I think about carbon, I think of a few things. First, that every living organism on Earth is made of carbon. Second, ancient cave paintings that use charcoal. And third, pollution, or our carbon footprint. Inspired by both past connections to carbon and our future connections to carbon, I decided to start on an art project. In particular, I wanted to make something that played with the idea of carbon footprints. The definition of carbon footprint refers to the amount of carbon dioxide pollution from fossil fuels, but I can also imagine something more literal. This project is going to require quite a bit of charcoal. Instead of buying charcoal, I decided to make my own using wood chips and branches from a fallen tree. Since the wood I'm using is old and dried, the debarking process wasn't the easiest, but a hatchet and knife got the job done. Now, all the bits of wood are going to be thrown onto the fire, but to protect them from the open flame, I'm using a paint canister. I add a few holes for ventilation as well. I place the charcoal right in the middle of the fire and let the fire do its thing. And I can't let a good campfire go to waste, so I toast a marshmallow.
Oh, wow.
The next day, everything is cooled off, and I can see how the charcoal turned out. And it turned out pretty good. I then use a bowl and a good old fashioned rock and turn the charcoal wood chips into charcoal dust. I pour the dust onto a tarp and prepare to make some carbon footprints. While planning this art project, I wanted the amount of footprints to be something meaningful. And here in the United States, the average carbon footprint per person is 16 tons of carbon dioxide per year. If I multiply that by my age, which is 26, I get 416 tons. So I make 416 footprints. Most of the charcoal is just sitting on top of the paper, so I spray a few layers of charcoal fixative onto my paper before I knock off any larger particles. I ended up making 3 of these, all on 19 by 25 inch paper. Each piece is full of gray, cloudy, trampled, textured abstractions. But I hope they're a little more than that. They're not only inspired by ancient cave art and handprints left by our ancestors, but also by our present day and future relationship with energy consumption and fossil fuels. And for me, I left mine, 416 tons.